Hello class, in this video I will be introducing relations and functions. Let's begin. So what is a relation? A relation is a correspondence between two sets A and B such that every element in A corresponds to one or more elements of set B. Set A is called the domain of the relation, and set B is called the range. Okay, so let's take a look at an example of a relation. In this relation, the domain consists of three states. There's New York, Colorado, and Florida. The range consists of Albany, Denver, South Park, and Miami. Now notice the arrows that extend from each state. Those arrows represent the correspondences. So New York corresponds to Albany, and Florida corresponds to Miami. And we can take those correspondences and write them as ordered pairs. And that would look like this. Okay. So as you look through these ordered pairs, you may notice that the first entry of every ordered pair is an element from the domain. And the second entry of every ordered pair is an element from the range. And notice that I did not abbreviate any of the states' names. So for instance, I did not write NY, Albany. This is no good because NY is not in the domain. Okay. So now that we've looked at a relation, let's introduce a special type of relation called a function. So a function is a special type of relation such that for each element in the domain, there is exactly one corresponding element in the range. All right, so let's take a look at a function. In this example, the domain is now the four cities. So Albany, Denver, South Park, Miami. And the range is now the states, New York, Colorado, and Florida. And notice the arrows that extend from each city to a state. Just like the previous example, these arrows represent a correspondence. And we can write these correspondences using ordered pairs, and that would look like this. And again, notice that the first entry in every ordered pair is in the domain. And the second entry of every ordered pair is in the range. Now, why is this relation a function, but the first example not a function? Well, if you take a look at Colorado, which I'll put a little star next to, notice that Colorado corresponds to more than one range value. So though this is a relation, this relation is not a function because Colorado does correspond to more than one range value. In the second example, notice that each city only corresponds to one state. And that's what makes this relation a function. And we are done.